Hi there, folks. Down the rabbit hole we go one more time with Suno AI. Today, I'm giving you the tip or the insight into weirdness. Yes, a little weirdness is good for everybody. And in Suno, we're going to look at that weirdness feature in the advanced options. Today, we're going to take a melody and we're going to add some weirdness to it and see what Suno comes up with. Suno's weirdness is its creativity dial, basically. At 0%, you won't get much creativity at all. It'll be very structured and very strict and very regimented in its output. But at 100%, you don't know what you're going to get. Unpredictability and experimental is what they're saying online. So I've put it into ChatGPT, and we're going to quickly go over to ChatGPT and have a look at what it says. So describe the weirdness feature in Suno.ai. It says Suno's weirdness feature controls how far the AI is allowed to stretch beyond conventional and predictable music patterns. It gives us a good breakdown. Basically, it's saying, in short, the weirdness is Suno's creativity dial. Low equals safe and structured, and high is experimental and unpredictability. So let's go and add some unpredictability to our weirdness factor in Suno. Tap record, and here we go. And today's audio is JEEVAN. You got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for today, yes. Everybody says happy birthday, JEEVAN. You got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for today, 'cause everybody says happy birthday. All right, so we've got the audio uploaded into Suno. This is the recording of the audio. JEEVAN. You got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for today, yes. Everybody says happy birthday. Okay, so that's the audio recorded up. We've got the lyrics in there. We're just going to go and turn it into So we're just going to turn it into a fun, bouncy pop. And then now we're going to go down to our advanced features. Now this is where we're going to focus on the weirdness. We're just going to wind that back down to 0. So then there's no weirdness whatsoever. We are restricting Suno's creativity, so to speak, keeping our style up to 100% and our audio influence up to 100%. And we're going to just name this one 0% because we've got the weirdness down to 0%. We're going to quickly remix that. Okay, so there's the first variation done at 0%. We're going to just quickly wind it up to. So now we've done 50%. Let's go and wind it all the way up to. Okay, so now we've done the renditions of our audio into Suno. 3 different variations of the weirdness dial. We've had 0%, 50%, and 100%. We're going to go listen to all 3 and see what Suno comes up with. Okay, so here's the first one, variation number 1.
JEEVAN. You got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for today, yes. Everybody says happy birthday, JEEVAN.
Very nice.
You got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for today, 'cause everybody says happy birthday.
Wow, Suno, you kept that very, very nice. It stuck with the guidelines of the audio input. All right, that was variation 1 at 0% weirdness. We're moving straight up to 50% weirdness. Let's see what Suno comes up with.
JEEVAN. You got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for today, yes. Everybody says happy birthday, JEEVAN. You got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for today, 'cause everybody says happy birthday.
Oh, that's very nice. Oh, there was a little bit of weirdness there. Very nice.
You got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for today, 'cause everybody says happy birthday. Da-da-da-da.
Okay, so that was I'm gonna say a remix to the original version. So it added more instrumentation and yeah, it added more creativity to the music. It was wonderful. Now we're going to go up to 100% variation one.
J-W-A-A-N. Got me screaming again and again. 2 words set for today.
What are you supposed to make of that? That was... I don't know what that was. That was a whole band just out of time, out of synco, out of whack. That was the 100% weirdness in Suno. I didn't mind the 50%. The 50% gave it something a little bit different. So you can see that from the initial audio guide, 0% was very boxed, very structured, and stayed within its 0% creativity. But then adding 50% creativity, it allowed more instrumentation, and it also changed it up and just gave it a bit more groove. And and at 100%, basically forget it. Don't even go down that road. Let's go and listen to the 0% variation number 2. Let's go and have a listen to all the other variations. Let's go back to 0% and have a listen to that one.
J-double-E-V-A-N, yeah. You got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for today, yes. Everybody says happy birthday. J-double-E-V-A-N, yeah. You got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for day, 'cause everybody says happy birthday.
So Suno definitely stuck to the structure of the audio guide then. We're going to go to 50% weirdness in Suno.
J-double-E-V-A-N, you got me screaming again and again, yeah. 2 words set for today, yes. Everybody says happy.
So cut it off at 12 seconds.
J-double.
I'm unsure what that actually means. I think it ran out of creativity. Yeah, it's very weird. And all the other renditions as well. In the 100%, it only did 9 seconds. So I'm thinking Suno is struggling with its creativity when it comes to the weirdness. So my assumption now is at 0% weirdness, it sticks to a structured outcome. At 50%, it allows a bit more flexibility with its creativity. And then at 100%, it just takes over with the creativity. So I think that's what the weirdness is. So we've taken, we've gone from a basic audio guide to being quite seasoned in its music generation, and then we've gone into experimentation and unpredictability. Oh, Suno, you're amazing. I'm mind blown. I don't know what to do with this. So that's the weirdness factor. It's a slider that's in the advanced options. I always keep my style and influence up to 100%. Maybe we should look at that in the next video. Send me a comment if you want us to look at the style influence and audio influence in Suno. But that's basically it. You can create a bit more with Suno, being a little bit more creative with 50% creativity. And who knows, you may find your next hook or your next synth line or your next inspiration in that weirdness that Suno generates. Use that slider to go up and down. Say 0% if you want to keep it minimal, and keep it at 50% if you like a bit more humanized. Is that the word for humanized interaction? It allows for a bit more creativity. I wouldn't go as far as 100% because I think it just takes over and destroys your creativity. And as you know, I always say, if you've picked up any tips or any hacks from these videos, make sure you like the content, share the content, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We're going to continue down this rabbit hole with Suno AI. I'm loving the education of it all. I'm also loving the entertainment factor as well. So I'm sure that as we continue doing this, I will see you in the next video.